Good morning. Today we will be studying rational numbers, integers, and absolute value. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to define what a rational number is. You should also be able to compare and put in order rational numbers. You'll also know what an integer is and how to define absolute value. When you think of a rational number, think of the word ratio. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers or two items. You would say something like 5 out of 10, as in 5 out of 10 students prefer pizza to hamburgers. You may also say 5 to 10, or the fraction 5/10. A rational number is a number that can be written as a quotient of two integers. This is the same as saying a fraction, but the denominator in this fraction can never be 0. On your paper, write these ratios two different ways. Please pause the video, write your answers down, and then restart the video. Okay, let's check your work. For 3/4, you could have written it as 3 out of 4 or 3 to 4. For 7 to 10, you could have written it as 7 out of 10 or the fraction 7/10. For 6 out of 8, you should have written it as 6 to 8 or the fraction 6/8. Now, how do we compare ratios? They don't look the same, they're written different ways. The easiest way to compare them is to put them in the same or a common format. And the easiest format for us to use is decimal format. So, how would we put the fraction 3/4 in decimal format? You get a decimal by dividing the numerator by the denominator. So for 3/4, you would take 3 and divide that by the number 4. Remember, the line in a fraction is the same as division. When we divide 3 divided by 4, we get 75/100. We do the same thing for 7 to 10. It becomes the fraction 7/10. When we divide the 7 by 10, we get the decimal 7/10. And for 6 out of 8, it becomes 6/8, which when you divide 6 divided by 8 becomes 75/100. Again, it's much easier to compare these numbers now. You can now see that 3/4 is equal to 6/8, and 7/10 is just a little bit smaller. Now we're going to talk about comparing rational numbers, which includes negative numbers. Remember, a negative number is always less than a positive number. The first method would be to plot the numbers on a number line to compare them. So let's plot our numbers. 3 is located to the right of 0. -8 is to the left of 0. Here's our 0 and our 9. Now we can more easily put our numbers in order from least to greatest. The least number will be the farthest to the left. So -8 is smaller than 0, which is smaller than 3, which is smaller than 9. So if we had to put the numbers in order from least to greatest, we would say -8, 0, 3, and 9. If we had to put them in order from greatest to least, we would start with our 9, and we would say 9, 3, 0, and -8.